The story of Anne Frank appeals to many people around the world. That's why the Anne Frank House developed traveling exhibitions about Anne Frank, the Second World War, and what you can learn from it for today's society. Over the past years, these exhibitions have drawn more than 10 million visitors in 80 countries, most of whom are students who come to visit with their school class. On many locations, students themselves give guided tours in the exhibition. Before they can do this, the guides receive a training. They learn about the content of the exhibition and they practice how they can actively engage the pupils they will be guiding. At the end of the training, they receive a certificate. The Anne Frank House has now developed a new exhibition that will be on display worldwide. Let Me Be Myself, the life story of Anne Frank. The exhibition contains photos that tell the personal story of Anne Frank, the childhood in Frankfurt, the emigration to Amsterdam, and what happened to the Frank family when the Nazis took over power in the Netherlands. Besides that, the exhibition also shows the history of her time, the rise of the Nazis in Germany, the occupation of large parts of Europe, and the persecution of the Jews. The exhibition contains different artifacts, such as a scale model of the hiding place. In a showcase, you'll find a copy of the red checkered diary that Anne received on her 13th birthday. In another showcase, the visitors of the exhibition can see an original yellow star that Jews were forced to wear on their clothes. A special module gives an impression of what the hiding place looked like. Here, you'll find more information on the 8 hiders of the secret annex and their helpers. This space also contains quotations from Anne's diary. After the historical part of the exhibition, we see stories of young people of today. 6 people from various backgrounds explain how they are confronted with prejudices and exclusion. In 2 video clips, they tell us about their lives, their passions, the problems they are confronted with, and how they deal with them. In the last part of the exhibition, the visitors are challenged to consider how they would act in the face of prejudice and discrimination. The choice of pictures and texts in the exhibition make it possible for students themselves to do the guided tours. The guides are usually between 14 and 18 years old. They guide the groups on their own or with other students. During the training, the guides learn how to ask questions related to the photos. In this way, the students become active and start to think about the meaning of the story of Anne Frank within the context of their own lives. The guides and the students can make use of the educational materials that were created by the Anne Frank House. There are different versions of the exhibition, so that it can also be used in smaller spaces.
Mesmo com o passado, assim, tantas pessoas mortas, toda a história, como ainda isso ocorre, né, de uma outra maneira pela religião, pelo homossexualismo, pela sua classe social, etnia e etc., né, de como ainda está tão presente ainda a discriminação, preconceito na sociedade.
O Monitorado da Exposição foi uma experiência maravilhosa. Pelo fato de conhecer o passado, uma coisa que a gente conhecia por cima, você conhecer profundamente, não só a história da Anne Frank, mas a história do Holocausto, como foi, o que aconteceu, e trazer isso e fazer com que isso se tornasse uma experiência gratificante. Para mim foi isso.
Ja, het is toch wel heel erg indrukwekkend en heel mooi om dat te doen, want je leert er echt heel veel van.
Ik vind het wel heel gaaf dat wij als scholieren dat mogen gaan doen.
Nou, daarna voel ik me een stuk zelfverzekerd om te gaan presenteren.
Meestal loop je door zo'n tentoonstelling, maar je leert ook echt dat je je erin moet verdiepen. En ja, dat vind ik wel heel gaaf. Ja.
Ik denk dat de leerlingen die aan dit project hebben meegedaan, dat zij ook absoluut op heel veel vlakken zijn gegroeid. Niet alleen in het onderwerp, maar ook als persoon.
En dan leer je wel veel over van hoe andere mensen haar zien.
En ik denk dat het vooral mooi is dat zo'n verhaal als dit, wat over een meisje gaat natuurlijk, over Anne Frank, verteld wordt door kinderen. Dat maakt wat los bij ze. En je ziet ook dat het dan gewoon veel meer indruk maakt.